Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It Kino, your favorite movie review podcast. I am here, joined as always by the one and only E-Rich McCoy.
Hey!
Sexy lady. Oh. Where's the Weird Al parody of Gangnam Style at?
You'd think he would do one of those.
And our special guest today, my brother from another mother. That's right, Patchy Jones.
Hello. I mean, it's news to me if it's another mother, but...
You were adopted. They asked me when I was 2, like, hey, you want another one of you?
And I'm finding out on the Weird Al podcast. Great.
Yes. Our parents did not want to be here for this. They don't know if you can handle the betrayal. Rich, are you crying tears of joy at this?
It sounds like
these brothers, so lovely.
Well, the reason why I have the two of you on this episode, and Patchy actually have 2 reasons for you and 0 reasons for E-Rich, so I thought it evened out having the 2 of you, one each. Mm-hmm. But Patchy, I think, I don't want to speak for you, but I believe our first concert ever was a Weird Al concert, at least mine was.
First concert ever?
You might have gone to the Wiggles.
No, I don't think it was the Wiggles, but yeah, Weird Al was a pretty young age.
Yeah, I think I was like 12, so you would have been like maybe 9 or 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And the second reason I wanted you on this episode is because your favorite movie of all time is Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, which is like basically the only other parody, satire.
Don't worry, I was going to get all into that. This movie...
Let's do it.
Straight up just copies multiple scenes from Walk Hard.
Oh, Walk Hard fans.
If you're gonna steal from the best, right?
But before we even talk about the movie, I know we're not supposed to judge a movie based on its distributor, but I think we kind of have to this time.
Yeah.
Because what the hell is the Roku channel, and why is that where the movie was put?
Look, if the Roku channel has millions of dollars it takes to make this movie, and that's how you get to see it, which to me was completely free, then I'm going to go with it. I'm fine with it.
And also, Weird Al...
You own a Roku?
Did you guys see what Weird Al said on Twitter?
No.
He said, he's basically tweeted out, if you do not have access to the movie, just torrent it or pirate it. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That out. Yeah, he did it, like... in a very sneaky way. If we can pull that up and read it, like he did it in a Weird Al way, but it's very clear he does not care if you torrent his movie.
Well, that's what I had to do, Weird Al, so...
Me too.
Wow, so I'm the only person here.
The only people that I know that own Roku TVs are boomers and poor rednecks in the South. I don't know why anyone else would have a Roku TV.
Our cousin Joey has a Roku TV.
Poor rednecks.
He's not poor. What are you talking about?
I don't have a Roku. I have a Fire TV or whatever, the Amazon Fire Stick, and that you can just download the Roku app and work it through that.
The TV I have is so shitty. In the new Family Guy episode, when Stewie makes a treehouse and he puts a TV in there, Brian and Chris are making fun of the brand of TV, and it's like the same one that I'm watching the episode on.
Is it Hisense? What is it?
I think it's Vizio, but I'll go double check.
Oh, Vizio's fine.
Well, Family Guy made fun of it, so it must be bad.
So E-Rich had the commercials, the commercial experience for this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's a very made-for-TV movie where a scene would just end and it would be a black screen for like 5 seconds for me, and then it would go on to the next scene.
Yeah, and the commercials were initially intrusive, and then they just disappeared entirely. Like, I think there were commercials in the first 30 minutes. There was like 2 or 3, and then another half an hour in more, and then nothing. So.
Well, Patchy, I want to hear more about all the scenes that were stolen, because Weird Al is listed as one of the writers of the film and a producer. So I'm hoping he's not the one ripping off these ideas. Weird Al would never just copy what somebody else did.
I mean, you've seen Walk Hard. Did nothing in this movie stand out to you as, oh, I've seen this before?
Give me a hint at what you're alluding to.
Drugs.
Okay, if you're gonna do the parody biopic about a rock star, you have to have drugs.
I mean,
one specific drug.
Oh, the scene when he's like Reefer Madness, pretty much.
They both drop acid, both Dewey Cox and Weird Al in this film, and both experience a bad trip, which then goes on to inspire them in some way.
I mean,
yeah, but that's basic.
That's happened in Family Guy.
Straight copy and paste. The big
that happened to me and E-Rich in real life. We were tripping out.
Celebrity cameo party scene where Jack Black shows up. Walk Hard, anybody?
No, but that celebrity cameo party scene is great because it has like Gallagher, which this is also produced by Funny or Die. The Gallagher scene was not funny, and he had to die in real life. He's now dead, like as of 3 days ago.
Somebody should have like fucking hit his head like a watermelon.
Yeah, but imagine having like a celebrity party and it's like fucking Pee Wee Herman and whoever that other guy was.
Salvador Dali.
Oh yeah, just a whole bunch of
Conan
people.
O'Brien.
Yeah, that was just normal Conan O'Brien.
I mean, that was honestly probably the best scene in the whole movie.
It was pretty funny, but like they do that all the time in movies. Like even if they're both making the same joke, it's not like the Weird Al movie was stealing from Walk Hard specifically. It's just
I don't know. Have you seen Walk Hard, E-Rich? I don't know.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I've watched Walk Hard with Patchy at least 8 times, and I can't even imagine how many times he's watched it without me. Probably over 100.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he comes over, he's like, hey, let's watch Walk Hard, and he starts putting it on without even, waiting for a response.
Okay, right, I have a hot take about Walk Hard.
Oh no, this isn't the Walk Hard podcast.
It basically
I think
is.
That a lot of the jokes that Walk Hard makes are incredibly funny, but I think I just get kind of bored by it after a certain time.
He makes me watch the extended cut.
Yeah, the extended cut.
Jesus Christ, there's an extended cut?
Yes, and we watch it every fucking time.
Jeez.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's very funny the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a take about this movie that no one's going to agree with?
Oh my god.
Yeah, sure.
So back when it was first announced that there was a Weird Al movie coming out about his life, I thought, oh boy, that's exciting. I can't wait to watch it. And then it was a bait and switch where about 2 weeks before it came out, they started saying, oh, by the way, none of it's actually about Weird Al's life. It's all fake, made up bullshit. And then I got kind of disappointed because honestly, I probably would have preferred actually knowing and learning about Weird Al's history and
but
like
what would that even be? Like it's just
like
him as a young
interviews
kid,
with
like,
people
interested in
and
Dr. Demento and
yeah, like just
that
how he got into music and specifically polka and the accordion and
they explain that in the movie. The accordion salesman came to his house and said, this will get you mad pussy, and then his dad beat him half to death. They explained that in the film.
All I'm saying is I would have preferred like an hour-long PBS-style documentary about Weird Al's life, and instead I got a movie in a genre that already has much better movies made with Walk Hard, Pop Star, Spinal Tap. All 3 of those movies are better than this one.
No, absolutely. I'm not gonna contend that this one's amazing or better, but it's a fun tossed off thing.
I think that's what we need to do for our next project is we take the Wikipedia for Weird Al's, life, we translate that to a script, and we go make the movie Patchy dreamed of, starring Patchy as Weird Al.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Patchy, can you play the accordion?
No, I can't.
Well, be the change you want to see in the world, Patchy. You're not happy with their movie? Let's go make it. Put your money where your mouth is. Take all those fucking wedding gifts you got, sell them. That's the budget for the film now.
But I just want Leslie Stahl interviewing Weird Al about how his parents died.
Wait, that happened?
That's all I want. Yeah, because after I didn't get what I wanted, I went on YouTube and started watching Weird Al interviews. And there's one, because he actually has an interesting life, where like a few years ago, he gets a phone call saying, hey, guess what? Both of your parents died of carbon monoxide poisoning in their house. And then that same day, he said, I got a concert to do. And he did it anyways.
What? This dude's a fucking freak.
But they don't talk about that in this movie because
Weird Al
spoilers.
wrote it. He's not going to put that shit in there. That's why he said we can only have a movie about me if I write it, and I'm just making shit up. Because
no, that's not what I want. I want a real life story. Weird Al should probably go to therapy because his parents died, but he wants to make a movie about Pablo Escobar.
Man, I don't know. He's like 60. He's probably over it. Fuck. You think when you're 60, you'll be like, oh, my mom and dad died. Oh.
I probably wouldn't do a concert the same day.
I mean, shit. Who do you care more about? Your 40,000 adoring fans or your mom and dad? Like, really?
My adoring fans.
True. That's true.
Yeah, they chose to love you. Your parents were forced to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I bring up the elephant in the room before we, dive deep into this movie?
Uh-oh.
Patchy, how does it feel to know that E-Rich manhandled your wife multiple times on camera?
Is that the elephant in the room?
Yeah, that's what we've all been thinking the whole time.
I've been trying to avoid it.
I remember, I think that day E-Rich was cringing pretty badly over the fact that he just had to touch a woman at all.
We had to change the scene to where it's just Biggs doing it because E-Rich was tired of doing it. Like on the fourth one, he's like, "Can we stop?" So yeah,
I was apologizing to Biggs for.
You should have been apologizing to Patchy and his wife.
No.
Or at that time, I believe Patchy's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to the movie. Do you have any other complaints, Patchy?
Any complaints about the movie? I like original songs. The only one in this one is the credits song, and that one kind of sucked.
I think that's what sets this movie apart from Walk Hard, is that it uses songs that we already know and love with a fake narrative around it. So really, they can use our knowledge of his song library as the punchline to a joke. Like when they're listening to the radio, and then he's going to make a sandwich, and he pulls out the bologna.
Mm-hmm.
What a great setup and punchline.
I have to imagine that Weird Al re-recorded those songs because it didn't sound like the original recording, right?
Yeah, it's a re-recording.
Yeah. So there's that. At least you get to hear older Weird Al versions.
Yeah, 60-year-old Weird Al's voice coming out of however old Daniel Radcliffe is,
which makes it even funnier.
That was pretty funny.
Scenes.
The very first thing that comes out of Daniel Radcliffe's mouth in the entire film is Weird Al's voice. Like, before he even gets to say anything.
You asked for more complaints. The very first thing that pops up in the film that left a sour taste in my mouth for the rest of the experience is Lin-Manuel Miranda's face, and I don't care for that man at all, so immediately seeing him...
He was there for, 2 minutes?
At the start of the movie, I say, oh god, it's gonna be one of these movies. He's the doctor.
Oh, right. Why do you hate him? I didn't know you hated him. You're like a big musical buff.
He's infected Hollywood with everything's got to be a Hamilton-style rap now. The only thing that's good that has his name attached to it is the Moana soundtrack. Everything else is, let's just do Mexican Hamilton with Encanto. And let's
you told me Encanto made you weep. Wow!
Did I?
No.
You don't want to talk about Bruno?
No, I don't want to talk about Lin-Manuel Miranda at all because I fall asleep during Hamilton and then people yell at me for not liking it.
To be fair, Patchy might have a point because I tried to watch In the Heights, gave up halfway through twice, have not finished it. Tried to watch Encanto, stopped after 10 minutes.
Wow.
So I can't handle anything he touches, I guess, but I did like Hamilton.
Did you like Moana?
I might have quit after about 10 minutes as well.
You can't quit after Moana.
Just didn't care for it.
Is this just
are empty?
We just review every movie that's on my shelf except for the Weird Al movie.
and I say I hate them all.
Patchy, what did you like about this movie?
What did I like about this movie? I like that Jack Black was in it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the jokes
playing
were
Wolfman
funny.
Jack, which is fucking hilarious.
I like Toby Huss. Toby Huss is always good in anything he's in.
Don't know who
is he the ugly man?
He's Weird Al's dad, who plays Cotton.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, he plays Cotton Hill?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect casting.
What? Cotton and Con.
Wait,
and he's from Iowa.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Cotton from King of the Hill. Okay.
Yeah, from King of the Hill.
Okay. Damn.
Wow, Patchy did his homework better than we did, Rich.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who that old man was. But I will say, he was probably the funniest part of the movie just because my favorite joke is the recurring factory information that we're getting, the lore of the factory. His dad, like, they're sitting down at family dinner and the mom's like, oh, ask your dad how his day was. And Weird Al, he's like 8 years old at the time, and he asks him, and the dad is going on about how a child who was working at the factory fell into the industrial shredder and was killed. The very same machine that took his hand, earlier. And then he very quickly turns to Weird Al and says, oh, by the way, there's an opening for a child to work at the factory. You should come down and prove you're a real man. Everything with the factory was very funny.
Yeah. I thought the friends were very funny because it reminded me of Bohemian Rhapsody, where the other members of Queen are just kind of there for most of the movie.
Was it, with those friends, was it just my copy of the film, or was one of them, like, terrifying to look at? Like, he just had, like, black eyes, and it was just so strange. He looked like a lizard person to me, honestly.
I think that was intentional, because he's the one who said, like, his hopes and dreams included driving on the wrong side of the road on the highway at midnight and closing his eyes, hoping he'll get hit and killed. And he's like, take that, Mom and Dad, and they all started, like, clapping for him. That guy was supposed to be freaky, I think.
That was pretty funny.
But I think they are direct parodies of Weird Al's actual band, because I remember from the music video for the one when he has 3 stories about, like, the guy who got caned or whatever, and all those.
Yeah, headline news.
Yeah, headline news. His band is in that, and it kind of looked like those guys. And he's like, farting with his hands for the music, and the guy does that in the movie.
I thought they were literally just getting the most generic band member group people as possible, and I thought that was incredibly funny.
Maybe that's how Weird Al did it in real life.
Yeah, possibly.
The second best scene in the movie, other than the factory conversation dinner scene, is when Weird Al is drunk on stage having a meltdown with a bottle of Jack in his hand, and he's shouting at the audience about the factory, and he always wanted to know what they built there, but his father...
What do they make in the factory?
Yeah, his father said, you can't know what they make in the factory until you work at the factory.
He just really liked this factory
make there?
part of the movie.
And we never find out!
We never do. Well, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when his mom has gotten fat. He's there at the table with them, and like it's very clear that like that's where it's going. And then they completely pull the rug out from under you, and the dad starts talking about how he was once Amish. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do fat. And the mom just looks pissed the entire time that's happening. It's great.
Patchy, what were your top 3 favorite jokes / scenes in the film?
Oh, you're making me think now.
Wow, you really have to... It's a deep thinker right there. Like, moments I enjoyed from this 100-minute comedy film.
Top 3 jokes of a movie I watched 10 days ago.
Name 3 jokes that you remember.
3 jokes I remember that we haven't already discussed.
Uh-oh.
I liked how he was encouraged to drive drunk. She says, wait. You forgot your keys, while he's stumbling out of the concert hall. Fucking drunk as a skunk. That was pretty funny. It's always good to encourage drunk driving.
That's the Weird Al I know.
What else?
I think his mom is a big plot hole. You guys,
plot hole? Why?
So his mom, in the opening scene, she finds a Hawaiian shirt in his bed, and she, it's like she found cocaine or fucking weed or something. Like, she's like really concerned about it. Like, oh, my son's going down the wrong path. And, here's a relatable moment. I wrote down this quote. At dinner, the mom says to him verbatim, "We think it'd be best for all of us if you stopped being who you are and doing the things you love." So, number 1, relatable moment. And number 2, this mom does not seem to want to encourage his weirdness. But then the very next scene, she secretly buys him the accordion. What's the deal? Where did this character development come from?
She wants her son to be happy.
No, she doesn't. She just fucking said, we think it'd be best for all of us if you stopped being who you are and doing the things you love.
I think that's
when the dad is in the house. The dad's in the house. She has to change her look. But when he's not there, she can secretly buy him an accordion.
But when she's alone in the bedroom, she has a concerned look on her face when she finds the Hawaiian t-shirt.
I think it's more just knowing that's not going to be allowed overall.
Okay. You know what? Weird Al, you did it. I'm wrong.
Perfect
again.
movie. 10 out of 10.
Another classic monkey blunder.
How do we think that Daniel Radcliffe does in this movie as Weird Al?
I like that he's about as tall as me. So
I like that he looked 5 foot.
He's like 5'5" or something.
How tall is Weird Al? Isn't he?
Weird Al's probably tall.
I think he's like 6 foot.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, 6 feet exactly.
Speaking of great scenes involving the Dan Radcliffe, I found another plot hole for E-Ridge to debunk here.
Oh, God.
Good luck with this one. So Weird Al, he's in the office of a music executive, and the music executive has like a little sidekick. And the sidekick is really roasting Weird Al here. He's like making fun of how he looks, like his mustache and his hair. And he's like saying that his music is parasitic and just like really grilling who he is at his core. And for some reason, instead of Weird Al being the one who's getting upset in the scene, like the music executive is like has like a pained look on his face, and he starts begging him to stop insulting the very concept of what Weird Al is. Why would the music executive be so upset about that?
I don't know that one.
Because his brother, the other music executive's being way too harsh on a new up-and-coming star. It's just, you can insult their music, don't insult their looks and their intelligence.
E-Rich, you don't remember that scene?
Not really, not off the top of my head. So I thought a lot of those music executive scenes were funny, though.
The joke is that the executive is played by Weird Al.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, the executive's wife is played by Weird Al's wife.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that one. Was she cute?
Pretty cute.
Oh, look out, Weird Al. E-Ridge is coming.
Yeah. I'm coming for you.
Yep. Any other thoughts on this fine film?
Okay, so I thought Weird Al was not particularly good. Daniel Radcliffe was not particularly good, but maybe that's the point, is that they got somebody who does not really fit Weird Al particularly well, and that's just how music biopics work sometimes.
And also, Daniel Radcliffe probably has a history with Funny or Die, and he's like the biggest name they could find to do it. And I didn't think he was bad. You know, I thought
he's definitely not bad. It's just not like he doesn't have that like infectious energy that I think Weird Al has.
They should have gotten Aaron Paul to do it again.
Wait, did he do it?
He already did it?
You don't know about this?
No.
I forget
the whole reason this movie even exists is because of the Funny or Die short film that has the same title that came out like 10 years ago. That's probably 6 minutes long.
Did Weird Al write it?
I don't think Weird Al wrote that one, but it's the exact same scenes and ideas, and honestly, you could probably just watch that and save your time for the rest of this movie.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
it stars Aaron Paul instead of Dan Radcliffe.
Who is better?
Aaron Paul.
Really?
Oh, shit.
You should watch. I'm surprised you haven't seen that.
I probably did like 10 years ago when it came out.
It's got a way more all-star of a cast. The lady that always plays Will Ferrell's mom in like Step Brothers and stuff, she's in it. Oh, Claire from Back to the Future 3. That's who it is.
What about Patton Oswalt, though? Did they get that great celebrity like they did in this movie?
I don't know. I thought he played Demento in the original short film, but maybe I'm wrong.
Demento?
Dr. Demento.
Yeah, instead of Dwight from The Office?
Yeah, instead of the drummer boy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Rainn Wilson was fun as Dr. Demento in this.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson was good.
He kind of just shows up occasionally, but
there's a joke I liked is when he's in Weird Al's hot tub. And Weird Al says, "Couldn't you please take a bath anywhere else but my bathroom?"
Yeah, there's 3 other hot tubs in the house.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Like, Madonna shows up in this for a long stretch of the movie.
Yeah, about half the movie is about how,
Wood.
like, the plot of the movie is that when Weird Al does a parody of somebody's music, the album sales for that artist, like for Queen, for example, will, like, double or triple in sales because, like, Weird Al's the biggest, you know.
So everyone's trying to get him to make a parody of.
Yeah, he's the most famous artist who ever lived, pretty much.
No, that actually,
which is not based on reality at all.
Excuse me?
that Yankovic bump was a real thing.
Yeah, you rich? What the fuck?
Yeah.
But how much? How much?
If Weird Al parodied your song, like the
Doubled or tripled?
Nirvana said that after he parodied "Smells Like Teen Spirit," that their albums like doubled in sales.
Yeah, you rich
I don't
motherfucker.
I don't know about that.
What would you know? You're fucking watching Hot Wheels back then. Hot Wheels Rangers.
I was watching Hot Wheels.
This is your favorite show. So anyway, Madonna, you know, she's this big whore. She'll sleep around to succeed in her career. And she decides she's going to seduce Weird Al so that he does a parody of Like a Virgin, which of course is Like a Surgeon. Great song, E-Rich, no matter how much shit you want to talk. Yeah. And that's really the plot of the film.
All right, so according to this, the Nirvana soundtrack sold an extra million, which is quite a lot, but I don't think it's like double or triple. Like,
Did they fill out a survey that said, I'm, you know, of the 1 million people, did they all say I'm buying this because of Weird Al?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then there was also that, according to this movie, he wrote Eat It before Michael Jackson wrote Beat It.
Which I believe
was the original song.
Did that actually happen in real life, Patchy, since you know all these stories?
You know, that one I'm not so sure of. We would have to look more into that.
Michael Jackson might have been a fan of Weird Al, and he might have ripped him off.
I mean, I could see that with both Fat and Eat It.
There's a joke in the movie when Weird Al says, Michael Jackson, why would I want to be associated with him? Or like something like that. Is that like a pedophile joke, or is that a different joke?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the joke is that Michael Jackson was the biggest pop star alive at that point.
So it's not a pedo joke.
I don't think so. I think you can retroactively read it that way now, but yeah, it was not at the time. I liked the fact that it ends by him getting shot up.
You liked that?
Yeah.
The whole Pablo Escobar subplot, you enjoyed that?
It's like they somebody edited his Wikipedia page, and the people who made it like based it on what was written there, and we're just like seriously saying, yeah, he died that way.
Oh, that's another straight copy and paste scene. Who else dies after they receive a big award and perform on stage? Dewey Cox.
That's how a lot of these movies end, though. Like
with the main artist dying on stage.
I mean, I can only think of two parody musical biopics. What are the other ones, E-Rich?
Popstar.
Ray.
Oh yeah, Popstar's great.
Oh, Popstar's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just the title card that says like he died shortly after or something like that's a lot of the time the case in these things.
Thanks to that other one that Chuck McGill is in. Chuck McGill's in this movie. What's the name of that one?
Yeah.
The movie that he's in?
The movie that Chuck McGill's in?
Yeah. The musical one.
Idea.
In what movie?
He's in. Isn't he one of the guys in the one you... I haven't seen it. The musical biopic parody bullshit.
With Spinal Tap?
Yeah, I haven't seen Spinal Tap.
Oh, yeah.
He's in that, right? Yeah, that's the only one I haven't seen yet.
Oh man, Spinal Tap's great.
Is that the best of the bunch?
It's definitely one of the better
Walk
ones.
Hard.
Walk Hard's still the best.
It's better. It's better than Walk Hard. It's better than Walk Hard. Fuck you, Patchy. It's better.
It's too British for me. I can't handle the accents.
Ooh, yeah, that might be a problem for me too. I tried to watch any Monty Python skit and I never finished one.
Did either of you see Elvis?
Yeah, I loved Elvis. It's a 5-star movie.
Really? Cool. I'm very happy. Patchy, what do you think of it?
I thought Elvis was one of the best films of the year, if
That's
not
right.
the best.
Wow. Very true.
Well, other than Top Gun Maverick.
You know it?
No, we did not do an Kino on that.
Yeah, Elvis was great.
Cool. I'm glad we all agree then.
I'm sure when me and Everidge do the top 20 Kinos of the year, we'll probably get to Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis will be on there. Definitely a top 20 list. Oh, I'm trying to think what else happened in this fucking movie.
Why'd you bring up Elvis for? Just to see if I saw it?
Yeah. Because it's music biopic related. It's like, but Elvis is not guilty of a lot of the bullshit biopic shit that happens.
No, there were Elvis scenes where I was like, man, this is also like Walk Hard.
yeah. It's impossible to avoid at this point. You've got to be something like Love and Mercy, which just completely is not a regular music biopic to avoid those pitfalls.
Did you guys like the new song that played during the credits?
Yes, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, good song.
Yeah, and I like that he comes back as a zombie at the end.
Oh,
Patchy,
yeah, the
what say
post-credit
you?
scene. I didn't even remember that part. I mean, I think I already said back in the beginning of this podcast how I wanted more original songs for the movie and that I wasn't impressed with the credits one.
Oh, no.
It's just 5 minutes of him pointing out people's names in the credits.
It was funny.
That's funny!
And then he says, you know, this song could be nominated for an Oscar. Like, good luck with that.
That's the joke, is that, like, they need to make a song that does that in order to get an Academy Award nomination.
Well, they should have made a better song.
I don't know. They've nominated some pretty shitty songs before. I think he has a good chance.
Yeah, like Hamilton.
Hamilton was
Hamilton
nominated
was
for an
not.
Oscar?
I
No.
thought,
I would
maybe a
hope
Golden
not.
Globe or something.
A Tony,
Maybe an
probably.
Maybe an Emmy or a Tony.
A Tony? Probably a Tony.
No, but it aired on Disney
Plus.
on the-
So then
yeah.
they got, like, movie awards.
Was it a movie? I thought it would be a TV thing, but maybe not.
I don't know. It's
Shit.
like 4 hours long, and
Is that it for the Weird Al movie? We all say it's pure Kino, best parody film of all time?
I would say
absolutely.
I would say watch it if you don't have time to watch Walk Hard or Popstar or anything else. Like if you have a Roku and you can only watch free Roku movies, then sure, watch it.
What if you're not even a
Otherwise-
fan of Weird Al? What if you've never listened to a song of his? Will you even appreciate the film?
I'll let Erich take
no,
that
I
one.
I don't think you could. I think you really need to have some kind of appreciation for Weird Al to get anything out of this.
I think it would be even better. I think somebody going in blind, if they didn't know it was a parody film, just tell them like this is a biopic. I think that's the best way to enjoy the film is to watch their reaction.
I think they'd figure it out pretty quickly.
You think? I've met some fucking brain dead people before. They might think that, you know, oh, I've heard of Weird Al. Oh, yeah, I guess this is his story. That's how he got so rich and famous.
When the dad is beating the salesman's ass on the floor.
Why not? Alcoholic fathers, you know, beat up pedophiles all the time.
He's covered in blood, and then the dad storms out, and the man's still covered in blood in their living room. And then Weird Al's mom starts trying to have a conversation with Weird Al, and the man's like coughing up blood, and she says, "Be quiet! I'm trying to have a conversation with my son." I think they'd figure it out that it's a parody movie.
No.
That part was great. I can't remember the name of the guy who plays that accordion salesman, but he's always
Was
fun.
that Paul F. Tompkins, or was that somebody else?
No. Paul F. Tompkins is in the musician scene where they're all.
All right. I get all those fucking white podcast guys mixed up.
Yeah. It's John something, I think.
Hodgman?
No.
Oh.
He
Henderson?
was on Kroll Show, I think.
Nobody watched Kroll Show.
I loved Kroll Show. Fuck you. Maybe I'm the only one.
Patchy said he was a big fan.
John Daly. It's John Daly.
Oh, okay.
And what else is that guy in?
If we're going to do our ranking very quickly of all these parody movies, you guys are putting Walk Hard number 1, Weird Al number 4?
No. Popstar number 1. Spinal Tap number 2. Walk Hard number 3. And then this number 4.
Well, Patchy, I got to hear you.
I would say Walk Hard number 1.
Okay.
Popstar number 2. Close number 2. Weird Al number 3. And then I've never seen Spinal Tap.
I have the exact same ranking as Patchy. Me and Patchy are the exact same here. Sorry, Rich, you lose.
God damn it.
You've been voted off of Visit Kino.
Fuck. Well, before I go, Patchy, I've got a question for you before we go.
Yeah.
How does a bastard orphan son of a whore and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar?
Did you guys see The Banshees of Inisherin?
We did see that.
Yeah, we did.
I like that movie.
Yeah. I think if I talk to you again, you should cut off one of your fingers and throw them at my house.
Yeah, and then have my donkey choke on it.
Don't spoil the movie for people who have no idea.
Oh no, the only thing that happens in the film has been ruined. No!
Monkey, take this fucking out of take that part fucking out of the podcast. God damn it.
The people that watch the Weird Al movie are also gonna watch Banshees? I don't think so.
You don't know! None of us know!
I gave them both 4 stars on Letterboxd.
It'd be like people watching She-Hulk being upset about The Sopranos.
Those
two people just
they
don't...
They should, though.
Rich was upset about that.
Those poor fucking people who innocently just watch She-Hulk, thinking nothing of it, who very possibly could watch a great show later in their fucking future, just completely had that robbed from them.
But already, I watched She-Hulk, never seen The Sopranos. I don't remember what they spoiled.
Dude, me too, and I'm on season 3, and I don't even remember who they said killed who.
I don't remember what they said.
People who are 8 episodes into She-Hulk do not have the brain capacity to remember anything.
Well, they only had to be 3 or 4 episodes in to get that spoiled.
To be fair, if you've watched She-Hulk before Sopranos, there's like a 1% chance you're ever going to get around to watching Sopranos. Like, I think one of the rare people.
And it's the same for the Weird Al movie, podcast, and Banshees. If you were watching this before you see that movie, the odds are that you were never going to watch that movie until we talked about it on this.
At least put something that says spoilers for Banshees of Inisherin.
I'll say, go watch 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri instead of Banshees. It's better.
So are we going to talk about that on its own episode, or are we going to talk about that in our top?
This one's already coming out in December, Rich. Like, fuck, man.
Oh my
There's so many movies we watch now.
The Weird Al movie's going to be half a year old by the time it comes out.
I know.
Right.
Like, what's coming out in December? Avatar 2?
Hell yeah.
What else? What else? Because we need to make sure it's not a lot of shit. I'm not doing the Fablemans, so that's fine.
Oh, God.
What else?
What else? Fucking...
But did you watch that trailer for the Tom Brady movie I sent you?
No, I didn't.
There's a Tom Brady movie.
When's that coming out?
That comes out in March.
Oh, okay. We could do that.
You should definitely watch that trailer.
Okay. Rich, what else is coming out in December?
I'm trying to think here. The Babylon movie, which I don't know a whole lot about. But
I do want to see that one.
Coming back. Yeah.
It's got Brad Pitt. I'll watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it's like 3 hours and 20 minutes long.
That's right.
It's super long, yeah.
Just like Avatar is.
Yeah, what is... and you guys just did your Black Panther podcast. I haven't listened to it yet. Do you talk about how it's fighting blue people in the ocean, and then Disney expects us to watch that again next month?
Yes.
Yeah, competing with their own, like, brand now.
Yeah, what the hell? I don't want to watch 2 3-hour-long movies of the same topic.
Yeah, that's probably why they wanted to drop Black Panther first, because it's the inferior version.
They'll be like, if you liked that, you'll love this.
Well, hey, maybe if December really doesn't have too many big movies that I actually want to review, maybe we'll actually have time to do this movie we just spoiled for everybody.
I'd be down for that. As always, Kino Corner loved it too, so maybe he'll be on.
Well, and Kino Corner, just like the movie he made and was selling for $10, he just decided, I I guess he wasn't making at least 24 sales per year because they tried to charge him $240 to leave it up on the store, and he said, fuck that. So he released his own movie for free, and I think we should review that at some point.
A self-release, cool.
Yeah.
As long as you have him on there.
No, he's not coming on to the Is It Kino of his own movie.
No.
He's got to defend it.
He will not. He will refuse to. He doesn't want to. So look forward to that one. I think Lorez and Hans are going to come on for that one as well. Maybe Florian and Erich. You know, get a real Kino Corner is over party.
Damn.
And that'll be the end.
It's going to be his reckoning.
You know, he will not recover from that episode, and it'll just be over. Patchy, do you have anything you want to plug? Any movies you want to recommend? Or anybody you want to hug?
Go watch Walk Hard. It's got the best soundtrack of any musical comedy film of all time. Anything I want to plug, I don't do anything, so no. And
what about your great Twitter account that gets like 2 posts a year?
My Twitter account, I usually just post YouTube videos that have 5 views on them that I find, and then nobody watches them anymore. So
you're trying to do like a raid on these poor little tiny YouTube channels, and it's not even working. Nobody even cares.
No, I just find weird shit, and it's like, why is this on this website? And then I want other people to have to see it, but no one clicks on it anymore.
Have you thought about buying Twitter verification?
No, but Donald Trump's back on the site now.
Yeah. Well, I think you should, once you can buy it again, you know, Patchy Jones' official account should be...
I don't have $8 to spend.
That's true. Well, Erich, what about you? You have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at @RealDonaldTrump. All of my official statements come from right there.
Do you think he's going to post again?
No, he said he's not.
Really? You think he's
not going to come back?
He's not going to come crawling back.
To quote his own words, like a dog, he's not going to...
But it's new ownership. How can he hold the grudge against Elon?
He absolutely holds grudges. Oh, and also he had a meeting. He thinks Elon's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, he said he had Elon begging on his knees.
Yeah, he had Elon in a grudge, so it's already a thing.
Shouldn't all these billionaire friends of Jeffrey Epstein maybe stick closer together and, you know, look out for each other?
You'd think, but they're big personalities. They clash. And I would like to hug Weird Al Yankovic, the real one.
Oh, God.
After his parents died.
What? What's wrong with that?
You liked his wig in this movie?
Not really.
No.
If it's his real hair, that's cool.
I would hope not. I think there's a lot of wig humor. I think him and his sidekick had the same exact wig on.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Weird Al make anything that's good anymore, or did he peak in the mid-2000s and then it was...
He absolutely peaked in the mid-2000s.
And then he just doesn't make good songs anymore?
What, you mean peaked in terms of quality? I thought his new songs were all pretty good.
The last one I heard was Foil, as far as I know. And that was a while ago.
Did you guys see the music video for, I think it was Tacky or something? Like, they do that all in one take.
Yeah, Jack Black's in there.
Yeah, that's a crazy video. That was within
Jack Black just shows up everywhere.
Yeah, as long as Weird Al's part of it, I guess, yeah, Jack Black shows up.
Have they done any songs together?
No, just these movies and that music video.
I did see Tacky, but it fell right out of my fucking head. And even that was 8 years ago.
Well, I think the problem now, at least for me, is that he's doing parodies of songs I've never heard. So it's hard to really care.
2014. That was 8 years ago. Fuck! Right on the money.
Anyway, for Is It Kino, I've been Simian Jimmy.
I've been Erich.
I've been Patchy.
Patchy, what are you going to review next time you come on?
Probably that 80 for Brady movie in March, if you let me back on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, do a live reaction of that movie trailer right now. I want to hear your thoughts.
I haven't seen it at all.
Yeah, well, I'll send it.
Good.
I'll post it in this Discord so Erich can watch it too. And
should I get my mic close to my keyboard as I type it in so I can be like Erich?
Oh no, I'm ending the episode, but we'll come back in March to review that. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.